Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the new session of Biology, Standard 11th. Today, we are going to start with a new topic that is Chapter 5 Cell Structure and Organization. Let's start with the introduction first. If we come to the introduction, what we have to study first is about cell. How will you define a cell? Cell is the structural and functional unit of life, or you can say it is the basic unit of life. Now, talking about different characteristics of cell, you can see that cell is found in all living organisms. It is capable of independent existence. It can perform all functions of life, and there is no typical shape of a cell. Talking about shape, you will find there are different shapes of cell can be seen. It may be spherical, rectangular, flattened, polygonal, oval, triangular, conical, columnar, etc. etc. There are many more shapes. Now coming towards size of a cell. Cell size varies greatly in various plants and animals. Some of them are not visible to naked eye, some are barely visible, while some are macroscopic. If I say the word macroscopic, that means they are large. The smallest cell size can be seen is mycoplasma, and the size is near about 0.3 micrometer in length. Bacterial cell size is 3 to 5 micrometer, while the largest size of cell is seen in ostrich egg, which is nearly 15 centimeter. Longest cells are nerve cells. Now coming towards the next part, that is microscope. Now to see cells clearly, what we need is a microscope. You can see here the first microscope. This microscope was invented by Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Now there are different types of microscopes which are utilized for different types of cells. Like larger cells can be seen clearly through simple microscope. This simple microscope can magnify image 50 to 100 times. Then talking about smaller cells. If you want to see smaller cells, you require a compound microscope. A compound microscope can magnify a image 1,000 times or more. Now, in the microscope which we use in our laboratory, a beam of light is required so that it can make things visible. So, as it requires a light to make things visible, we can call it as light microscope. So whatever microscope we use in our lab is called as light microscope. Now to see interior of cell, that means if you want to see the smallest part present in a cell, what you require is a electron microscope. And this electron microscope can magnify image 5 lakh times. Now coming towards cell theory. Cell theory was actually proposed by two scientists. They were Schwann and Schilden. A German botanist, that is Matthias Schleiden, he examined number of plants and concluded that various tissues of plants are composed of different types of cells. At the same time, when Scleden was doing examination, another scientist, that was a British zoologist, he was Theodor Schwann, he proposed that cells are bound by a thin membrane. And he also explained about existence of cell wall. He told that cell wall is a unique character of plant cell. Now, on the basis of his observation, he proposed that animals and plants are made up of cells and products of cells. Now, both these scientists, they explained that plants and animals are made up of cell. So we call this as cell theory. However, in this theory, there was no explanation about formation of new cells. They told that it is made up of cell, but how a new cell is formed, that was unknown. Then a new scientist named Rudolf Virchow, for the first time, he explained that new cells are formed by cell division from pre-existing cells. Now, afterward, in later years, there was advanced research in cytology. What is cytology? Cyto means cell and logy means study. So, cytology means study of cells. In this field, there was a different research going on, and this led to modification in cell theory, which now is known as modern cell theory. We'll talk in detail about modern cell theory in our next video lecture. So let's stop here. We'll see the summary first, what we studied today. We started with the topic. In that, we studied introduction, definition of a cell, shape of cell, size of a cell, microscope, cell theory. Okay, we studied this much. I hope you understood the topic. We'll continue again in the next video lecture. Till then, take good care of yourselves. Thank you.